The stream has begun in earnest.
Oh man. I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm talking like this.
Neither do I.
Should probably tweet it. Twitter. Every time I say tweet it, I start trying to type in tweeter. But that's not the right.
Nope. I mean, it is the tweet engine, so it is technically also the tweeter. I hate the word instantaneous.
New Firefox. What do you think of that? Oh my goodness.
What?
It's also square looking.
From my computer, so I don't know.
I did not. I just took it off of the damn taskbar because it kept.
Oopsie. Hang on. So hang on a second. I'm gonna have to go real quick change the thumbnail. Because the thumbnail's still for 3 Galaxies. But at least the title and everything's changed. I did that right. I just didn't change the thumbnail.
So you're telling me this isn't D&D in space?
I can never get it 100% right. Like, no matter how hard I try, it's always like 95% right. Oh, man. Wait, how do I change the thumbnail?
Probably while it's going, you probably can't. That's my first guess.
No. Oh,
should I stop it?
No, tough cookies. We'll deal with it. It's D&D in space. See, here's the one thing. I may not ever get it 100% right, but I own it. I own my mess up. What? Are we playing Mass Effect 1, but it says Mass Effect 3? Well, then you better rationalize it, because I'm not changing it. Because I care about the viewers.
Hey, sometimes it's fun to be surprised.
It is indeed. Hi, everyone, by the way. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Everyone, I'm going to have everyone speak one right after another, and then I'm going to listen to it. And everyone speak at a decent volume, you know what I mean? So that I'm going to listen to it and make sure that we're all leveled out. So I'm going to go first. Okay, so it's going to go me, Arlen, and then it could be Miri or Amelia. Could you use the same mic? And then Otto. All right, so starting with me. I've been talking this whole time. Now, Arlen.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry if my voice sounds bad because I have a head cold.
Oh, all right. Ladies?
Hello.
Hi, we're here.
Okay, and Otto.
Yes, I am the Otto.
I know, everyone stop talking.
Wow, he's bossy.
I gotta listen to this. So hang on a second, sorry.
Try growing up with him.
Okay. It's actually really, really good, except Amelia and Miri are just a little quiet. If it's possible, turn them up just a tad.
They are cranked to 200%. I can do nothing further.
Well, it's good enough.
Because Alora turns it all the way down.
It's good enough.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
So when last we left, first things first. Actually, hello everyone. Welcome to Curse of the Crimson Throne for Pathfinder, but 5th edition, 5th edition D&D edition.
Surprise!
You
thought we were in Pathfinder? No.
Yes. No. We've decided that
we found our path to the 5th edition.
Pathfinder is a marvelous system, honestly, for its complexity and all that. And I know there's a lot of groups out there that live by it. But I think that for us, combat was running too slowly because we didn't understand the system well enough, and it was a bit too complex for our needs and wants. So we have moved over to 5th edition, which is simpler, a bit more smoother, and I think we will all probably be better off for it. So the world is the same, the universe, the story, all the events that have happened, all of that is all still the same. It's just the engine that's running it is different. To quote my sister, it's like we put a sports engine in a horse or something.
I don't think that's what she said.
I'm pretty sure.
do
I'm
put
pretty
it
sure
on.
that's what she said.
Wagon, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what she said. Though I might be
I'm
paraphrasing.
pretty sure
a bit.
if you put an engine in a horse, I think they would die.
Yeah, I think
Look.
both of those things would stop working. Actually,
Yeah, honestly, Siv, I think you need to work
and
on your
oil
metaphors.
don't move them well.
Oh,
So
give me a few levels.
when
Oh,
last
boy.
we left, you guys had quite a dilemma on your hands. Not only did you have to find Triana because she was wanted for the murder of the king and was being hunted by half the city, you also found out that Arlen's ex, Satomi, her father, had been kidnapped by none other than Gadrian Lamb and was being held in a place called the Dead Warrens in the graveyards of Corvosa. You decided to go after Triana first, which you fairly quickly managed to find her and rescue her from a bounty hunter that was, from his point of view, just doing his job and having a really bad work day. And then got invited to dinner and didn't show up.
What an asshole.
bitch.
Put an extra plate in everything.
You then decided that the best and safest place to hide Triana for now is in Arlen's workspace up in the university. However, after everything Triana had been through, she did not want to be alone. So Satomi agreed to stay with her while the rest of the group goes after Satomi's father because she wasn't allowed to go herself. After which Miri said that she would go with you to the graveyard to fight possible undead things, but that she would need time to prepare first. She was a little vague on what that means. However, for you guys, the viewers, and again, difference between character and player knowledge here, but for you, the viewers, I'm going to explain it briefly, give you the cliff notes so that the viewers are like, what? Aren't not like what? So the Kadal
Aren't not like what?
Yes, words good. Do I? The Kadal, the species that Miri is, have an interesting and Blue. I'm going to summarize quickly. Tell me if I'm missing any important points. So they have an interesting belief on death. They believe that when the soul leaves the body, it becomes basically two separate entities: the spirit, which goes up to the god of death that manages and controls death, and then the body, which becomes the domain of death itself. And to them, death is almost an ethereal being. It's almost a conscious being. It's not quite. It's more like a force of nature, but the body becomes the domain of death. And to speak about death and to talk about death is to court it to come towards you. So when someone controls the undead, what they are basically doing from the Kadal's point of view is subjugating death itself. And it's a very big taboo and no-no in their culture. And those who are touched by the undead through,
or those who touch a being who has already been buried.
Correct.
Or,
yes. Or like to mutilate a corpse or that do bad things to corpses, they can become death touched, which in their culture is also a very, very bad, like a cardinal sin. So the ways to get around this, because obviously the Kadal have had to fight the undead before, it's a very real threat in this world, is that they ask their gods for like preemptive forgiveness. Like, hey, I'm about to go touch the undeady deads. Can you protect me from becoming death touched? And Miri knows that her group doesn't necessarily share her beliefs. So she is going to spend 8 hours praying to Sarenrae to, not for herself, she's already covered. She's a champion of Sarenrae. She's going to be doing this for everyone else.
Aww. How sweet.
However, I don't know how much, if any, of this Miri would actually explain.
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah. So all the players know, all the characters know, is that Miri just needs 8 hours to go do something, and then 8 hours to rest, of course. So here's what I'm going to have you do first, Miri.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to have you roll a D100. I want you to choose high or low. I have a number in my head. It's not a 50-50 chance, but I have a number in my head. I want you to choose high is good or low is good.
We'll go low.
Okay. Roll me a D100, please.
Oh God. Okay.
Your Rift's influences are showing. Wow.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So,
You called high, right? We're okay.
yeah. She rolled a 99.
Well,
Yeah.
y'all are fucked. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Weary, you pray and you pray, you do everything that is required, but you're still new to this whole champion of Sarenrae. You're still very, very new to it. And you don't there are some times where you follow the traditions of your people, you do what you're supposed to, and you end the praying or meditating session with a sense of confidence that things are well. You do not have that this time. There is no one way to be sure 100% one way or the other if it has worked or not. That's not how this works. But you don't feel that sense of confidence that it worked.
But this 99 is not giving me any airs of confidence.
But hey, I could have said that there's only a 1% chance of failure. You don't know.
Yeehaw.
So,
Oh, Jesus.
I would also say, Miri, towards the end of your praying, like once you're starting to get this feeling that you're not confident this has worked, and you're beginning to kind of wrap up and maybe even start thinking about heading to bed or making dinner or something, like, to the point you've gotten to the point where you haven't quite finished your meditation, but you have kind of either it's worked or it's not, and you're not going to keep trying. You finished, right? Right about that point in time, I need to know, where is everyone at the moment? Arlen, I know that you're upstairs in the attic. Amelia, Otto, and Miri, where are you?
Is this like the middle of the day?
This would be in the evening, actually.
Otto's off buying split mail. How's that?
Got it. Okay, so Otto's not there. Amelia?
Amelia is in her room.
Okay, got it.
Miri is in her room as well in the house. She has a small shrine there.
Got it. Well, as you're beginning to wrap up your meditations, not quite done yet, everyone hears from up above you a loud bang, like a loud bang, and then you hear like Arlen coughing.
Yeah. She kind of runs down the stairs, followed by a lot of smoke and
Like her face is covered in soot.
so yeah, all black, and you could see little rings where like I had goggles on. So it's like a reverse, or like a reverse raccoon.
Amelia just swings her door up and goes, "Where are they?"
It's okay. It's okay. Just don't go up there for a little while.
Are you okay?
I think so. I don't.
Are you sure you're you're a little fried?
But perhaps. But it worked. It worked. So I can now like shoot stuff and cause a lot of damage, which is good, but very, very bad.
Amelia's like making the faces of, yeah, okay, to, oh, okay, to, oh, okay, to, okay. Just like slowly nodding the entire time.
Elsewhere in the house, Miri starts praying a little bit harder.
It's just like, you know what? Never mind. Maybe I should keep going.
Miri's like, maybe I'm not quite done yet.
I promise nothing's permanently damaged up there. And I'm kind of like,
if the house is on fire, you're being evicted.
Should we like open some windows? Maybe like bring some buckets of water?
No. It's not like that. It's just a bit
No, it's
smoky.
a gentle smolder by now. We're fine.
Just like black powder. It's just makes a loud noise, bright flash, a lot of smoke. It'll clear up soon.
Okay. Good to know.
Miri,
Mm-hmm.
at some later date, if you ever go up into the attic, you will notice that there is a small hole in one of the walls, and in the roof of the building next to it, and in the shingles in the building beyond that.
It's very small. So, finally got my little thunder cannon to work. So, which is essentially like a large rifle.
And about this time, Otto, you're coming back from buying your splint mail. And you see the house, you see the orphanage in view, and you're walking up to it, and you see it's not plummeting out. You see like a little trickle of black smoke coming out from the like between the shingles. And just as you're noticing that and you're approaching the house, you hear a very gravelly voice. Are you Otto?
What?
And you
Who?
turn. You turn and you see an orc, an old orc, a grizzled orc, wearing a black robe with a hood up above its head and a cane
Oops.
that's standing against.
Who are you? Sorry,
How the fuck do you know me?
I'm misclicking. Ignore that stuff in chat right now.
Yeah,
I never changed that. Okay.
He goes, my name. I surrendered it a long time ago. I am but a priest of Gorm.
Really?
He has sent me to speak with you.
I'm ready to repent. He seems to have put me on the path, but the cost has been high.
Repent is nothing to repent for. But the road is not the place to talk of such things. This old orc is hungry. Will you not feed him?
Otto puts his hand on his chin and looks at the house. It's like, well, we could go in there, but it looks like it might be on fire.
It would not be the first time I dined in flames.
All right, let's go.
And you know how much Miri loves to invite people for dinner. So you walk in, and as you walk in is right about the time you hear the but it works. It's fine. You see Arlen like
Amelia's
halfway down the
coughing
stairs.
upstairs.
Yeah, Amelia's coughing. Arlen's covered in soot, except for the eyes where the goggles were, and the kids didn't seem that shaken by the loud bang. I don't want to say explosion because that puts the wrong images in the head. Basic explosion, you think, wow, big destruction. No, it was just a loud bang. And you don't know where Mary is.
And upon Otto seeing Arlen covered in soot, he would look at the orc and say, "Oh, the house is not on fire. Everything's status quo here."
Pity.
What the fuck?
Well, I guess, except for the children. Anyway, so food, and Otto looks at Weary.
Who's not there?
Yeah, Muri's in her
Oh.
room.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Otto
it's
says,
just Arlen and Amelia.
Weary.
A gentle sigh.
Mom.
Mom, I'm home. What's for dinner?
Mom, all
Mom, I
I
brought
see
a
is some
friend.
milk, some grape stuff. Oh, Sunny D.
Oh God. Orange sugar water, my favorite.
Yay!
You hear some movement upstairs as Miri sort of like has to heft herself up.
Otto gestures to the table and to have a seat, and let's get down to brass tacks.
As you wish. And you all see same thing, an old orc in a black robe. He puts his hood down as he comes inside, and you see that he is partly balding. So he has almost like the Picard haircut, but his hair is long and goes past his shoulders. One of his tusks is broken off halfway, and he has several scars on him. And his right eye, it has a scar running across it, and it's milky white. And he sits down and he goes, Gorm was not punishing you, Otto. He was testing you.
Testing. I thought it was what's the word? Yeah, I guess testing is a good word.
Yes. Sometimes test is in fire. Sometimes it is in fortitude. You have been tested in both. Why you were chosen is beyond me. It is not my place to ask. But you have been tested, and these past few weeks you have pleased him greatly. Death, destruction, war. You have brought these things.
Yes. I see the way now. It makes me wonder why I was ever a blacksmith in the first place. This is the path.
Their purpose. He nods. They have their purpose, but it is not your purpose. Something is coming, Otto. Gorm senses it. He knows that this place, this city, will be a battleground. What that means, I do not know. And what your part to play in it, I know not either. But he has tested you, and he has been pleased.
Well, if it's to be a battleground, its purpose is the same as all battlegrounds, to separate the chaff from the wheat.
You understand. Good. I have been sent to make sure that you do understand, and to tell you that if you renew your devotion to Gorm, you will find many boons, not the least of which is a lifting of the curse imposed upon you.
I'm ready. I'm ready to walk the path. What does he ask of me?
To do what you've been doing. To fight his war.
Absolutely.
He nods and he says,
if it means, particularly if it means further pursuing Gadrian Lamb, he need not ask.
He shrugs. I know not the details of what you've done, only what I have been told by my God. Whatever it is you have faced, it is nothing in comparison to what lays before you. Your life for the next... He pauses. Well, for an undetermined amount of time, but definitely for the next near future.
Sorry.
I know. Like, I realized how I started that sentence.
That was
awesome.
Like,
how do I fix this?
It's all good.
Let me redo that. He goes, your life for the next few years will be steeped in battle.
After what I've experienced, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Good. Well then, that was shorter than I expected it to be. Perhaps I won't need the food after all.
At that point, you do hear Miri coming down the stairs.
And with that, the orc stands up, and he begins walking towards the door. And as he's walking towards the door, you hear a very high pitched gasp. Dad. And as you hear that, the orc smiles and walks out the door.
Otto well, he would probably recognize her voice, right? I was gonna say he probably wouldn't
Letta?
respond because it's
Yeah.
Lita, what did you say?
Dad! Daddy, where have you been?
I've. It's hard to explain, but I'm back. I think
It's even harder to explain as a little child runs into you, hugging you.
Someone get his wife.
I guess. I guess I'm back in Gorm's graces. Won't make a stupid mistake like that again.
You were here. You were here the whole time, but I didn't know. I didn't remember, Daddy. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It was my fault. I was stupid and I didn't. Sometimes when you're called to do something, you just have to do it. It won't happen again. You'll be safe here, and I'll be around.
And as you're obviously talking to her, you can see over her shoulder that coming from the bedroom, your wife, Letta's mother, is come down the stairs and just has stopped and is just staring wide-eyed. And then she slowly walks up to you, slaps you really, really hard, and then hugs you.
I think Otto would just smile at that. No need to explain. I deserve it.
They told me that you were cursed, that something had happened to you. But you were here this whole time and I couldn't even see it.
Yes, I made a stupid decision. I was called upon and refused, and was thus cursed. There's more work to be done. I'll be around as much as I can. But obviously I have to fulfill my calling.
But you just came back.
Well, yes and no. I've been here the whole time.
I mean, yes, as much as I want to be angry at you for abandoning us, I guess I can't. But you can't just leave now that I know that you're... I think I need to sit down.
My desire to stay with you is what caused this curse in the first place. So I'm not sure I have a choice in the matter. It may be for the benefit of us all if I do what God wills.
She sits down. Letta is just like wrapped around Otto's leg. She doesn't understand what's going on. She doesn't know nor care. She's a little kid. And
Remind me that I'm sorry, my memory sucks. We have that thing that gives us the emotional bond. That was a necklace,
Yeah.
was it?
Yes, it's a necklace.
It was a necklace. Okay. So I would think I would like kneel down, or Otto would kneel down and like pull out his necklace and kind of tap it on hers.
She would think for a second and then realize, like slowly she's realizing what all of this means, and she just giggles.
I say I was here the whole time.
She nods and she goes, "Daddy, you're angry a lot."
And that's true. Sometimes it's helpful though. Just don't get angry with your mother.
No. I one time I got angry at Prin over there because he took the toy, and I got angry and I punched him right in the nose. But Mom said that it didn't help, but I think that it did help because I got my toy back. And you've seen Letter before when she's happy, and she's just like a bubbling, talking child. She is definitely that right now.
Otto would neither support nor discourage the punching of Prin in the nose, and just nod / shake his head at the same time and be like, "I see." Looking at Anna, hoping he doesn't get slapped in the face again.
You see him wearing disapproving over her shoulder.
Yeah, you notice that Letta is purposely avoiding Miri and Anna's gaze. Pretty sure Anna wasn't the only one that lectured Letta about that incident.
So Otto would whisper in Letta's ear, like, if you're gonna punch someone, make sure they promise to silence afterwards. Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then you won't get in trouble. I never said that.
And she, like, Miri and Anna just see Letta like do the little zipped lips thing.
Right.
Several
and
pairs
then
of eyes squint at them.
Anna says, almost like breaking the mood, she goes, "So, what are you saying? What now? You're gonna walk out that door and not come back?"
Well, I guess that depends. It's clear that I'm somehow bound to these three, and we seem to be on a path to avenge the wrongs done by Gadrian Lamb. Where that will lead us, I don't know. But in terms of when we're walking out that door, well, Otto looks at Miri and Arlen and Amelia. Slowly recalling everyone's names.
I'm sorry, who was first?
The curse just got flipped. It's just Otto can no longer remember anyone.
Oh shit!
Instead of being forgotten, I'm just senile. What did he do to me? So when are we leaving? We were gonna go. I mean, didn't Satori want us? No, Satomi want us to go save her father? What's the plan?
At some point during this conversation, you do notice that Miri's usually very well groomed and very well kept. You notice that her hands are covered in ashes, like she's physically rubbed them into her feathers, and that she's got like 2 red patches under her eyes that are vaguely iridescent, and those have actually been painted over. They're now gray.
Otto remarks on your ashes and says, "Were you helping with Arlen's experiments?"
She gives you a flat look.
Would you say that her feathers were ruffled?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't heard one of those before.
Yeah.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah, thank you.
Later.
Yeah.
All right, so mechanically speaking, here's the deal. It's been 8 hours since you guys since you put Triana in the lab. It is getting dark. You can go now, though none of you have gotten a rest. You've all been doing things. Or you can take a rest and then go. It is up to you. But I will tell you guys that your characters can all be pretty sure once you get there, you're probably not going to have a lot of downtime.
My vote would be for resting, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really dig the idea of going into the gray at dark.
Yeah, I think that we definitely don't want to be doing graveyard runs in the middle of the night.
Crap,
just
all right, I'll
sounds
just
like it's
erase all
asking
of these
for
notes over here. No.
Yeah, considering Arlen's already like tired from not sleeping the day before, she's like dead on her feet. There's no way.
So she needs 20 hours of sleep to rejuvenate.
That's true. Yeah, Arlen's so
She
exhausted.
she has been sleeping before. Like she did sleep earlier today. That's pretty much
Power
all
nap.
she did was pretty much all she did today was sleep and blow up the attic.
Yeah.
So, in order to move things on a little bit, unless there are any interactions that you as players would want, yes. No?
I think possibly right before the orc left, Otto
Mhm.
would ask his name. Like, what's your name? Who are you?
Oh
Can
no,
I...
he told you did ask. He told you that his name was forfeited long ago. He is simply a priest of Gorm.
Oh,
Out
okay.
of principle, Miri
Yeah.
probably would have asked him to stay. But, I mean, if he's already gone, whatever.
Nah, he's gone.
Yeah, figured.
He has
He's-
things to do.
He's brief. I like his style. He's succinct.
Hmm.
Also, he cured me, so that's cool.
Also, he just seemed disinterested when he found out that the place wasn't actually on fire.
Oh, you're not burning your house down? You guys come out here.
I can't eat somewhere where there's not burning going on. Knock over an oil lamp and maybe it'll stay.
My appetite is completely ruined.
So we'll say that you all spend the night resting, preparing. You all know. Oh, go ahead.
Arlen had some stuff she wanted to do.
Sure.
So like after dinner or whatever, you could see she's like really quiet and more than just tired. There's like kind of a lot of stuff weighing on her and everything. And so I'm assuming like people would kind of be there eating, and then after they would eat, they would leave. And I'm assuming like Mori would be like the one cleaning up.
That's correct, yes.
So Arlen would kind of like stay behind, and then when it's just Mori, Arlen would be like, how do you do it?
Beg your pardon?
How do you keep going on? I mean, I understand Otto. He has his family. And Amelia too. But
Amelia looks very confused.
You're not there.
well, she's no. Arlen's waiting until everybody else is out of the room.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're not there.
never mind
You keep
then.
it to yourself, lady.
Amelia looks confused in her room for some reason.
How
She forgot Otto.
how do you keep going on, keep doing the same thing every day?
Because what use is your death if you're standing still?
Like, at least you don't get anybody else hurt.
But you can't do any good either.
I'm not sure I've ever really done much good.
Then start now.
Seems like everybody around me just ends up getting hurt because of me.
Are you the one holding the weapon?
I'm back.
Miri looks vaguely concerned.
No. Nothing like that. No. No, it's little things, actions. Stuff you do at the time that you think is completely innocuous or innocent, and before you know it,
you're referring to unintended consequences.
Yeah. I guess so.
So your question is, how do I deal with these?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've never had somebody to talk to, you know? I've never, like, had a... Arlen kind of looks kind of shy or whatever, and she's like, you know, like a mother type figure person.
Miri has been
And-
doing the dishes up until this point, and she sort of stops what she's doing and sighs. And pulls up a chair.
All right.
Okay, oh boy.
No, I mean, you know, I guess I never had anybody to talk to or ask, and I don't know. Maybe it's stupid. Forget I said anything.
Words are undoable. Many things are, including consequences of what we do. Good intentions do not erase bad outcomes, but will and persistence can create good outcomes. The world is not all bad.
Are you sure?
I run an orphanage. I do it largely by myself. There are opportunities every second of every day to make life better for someone else.
I feel like every time I try, it just blows up. You know, you asked me before, we were talking about having a choice. And I told you I don't have a choice. And that's because no matter what I did, you know, I tried leaving the city and making a new life, and it still came back. You know, Gadrian's people came back, and instead, every time it's like he goes after the people I care about.
Then I think what went wrong is that you were trying to walk someone else's path.
Nolan kind of looks down at her hands, like, you know, maybe. Maybe.
We make our own place in the world, but sometimes where we end up is not where we need to be. Nothing, well, not all things happen for a reason, and bad things just happen. Sometimes they happen just because we're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
If you want to make the world a better place, start where you are. And for God's sake, be kind to other people.
Stop blowing up their attics.
It wasn't intentional. I just had the mix wrong. Sorry.
Sorry, that was Amelia.
Yeah, that was Amelia.
Being a dick off in the background. Ignore me.
I thought for a second Miri said that. I was like, boom! The whole thing leading up to a sick bird.
Not as sick a burn as what happened in the attic.
All right, sorry we interrupted your roleplay. We're quiet now.
No, that was it for me.
Yeah, same for Arlen.
Okay,
She's just
all
kind
right.
of quiet.
So with that, you guys eventually wander off to sleep.
Not before doing the goddamn dishes, because I'm not a heathen.
Right? No, I understand. Right? You
Hey.
weren't raised in a civilizationless society.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah. Otto actually spends the night with Letta sleeping. It's kind of weird. Otto, she sleeps in your room, but it's still like she's 100% past whatever issues there may be. She's a child. She bounces back. She's just happy you're there, right? Anna's still kind of processing this, so she's still sleeping in her own room.
So what you're
Makes
saying
sense.
is I'm not getting any tonight.
Not tonight, no.
God.
Not
Mm-mm.
under this roof. This is a religious household.
Yeah, okay,
Hey,
that's not the reason.
God likes babies.
Just
Most
saying,
gods like babies.
just let you know that's not the reason. But yeah, but Letta sleeps in your room. She like drags like a hammock or a pallet over into your room, and she talks your ear off until you both finally fall asleep.
The Otto would be down
She
with
starts she starts telling you everything that's happened that she can remember in the past 2 years, except obviously the bad parts. She kind of leaves those out. And most of this you already know because you were there, just kind of at the distance. So, but yeah, so you guys fall asleep. Everyone falls asleep at their own pace. Oh gosh, here's an important thing, Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
How much does your mom know about what's going on, and how much do you tell her?
Why do you think she's in her room? She's avoiding this conversation.
Got it. I guess actually part of that's my answer. Like I'm the one that knows how much she knows, not you. She does not know anything past when they were dragged off by the Death Knights. Oh, she would have. Oh no. Okay, so she would have at some point, despite all your avoiding her, she would have come to you and she would have said, "Did you find her?"
What the hell happened? Yeah, no, she would kind of like raise her hands a little bit in like a placating motions, like Trinia is fine. We found her. She's in a safe place. She's very well hidden.
Good. What's this I heard about Otto saying that you guys have? You're going somewhere where there'll be more fighting?
Quietly curses Otto.
Otto and his big mouth. God.
God damn it! Not all the NPCs need to know. After a moment of like flinching a little bit, she goes to sit on her bed and kind of pats next to her, like, okay, we need to sit down for this.
Oh, this is going to be a conversation. Capital C.
She sits down, crosses her legs even. That's a bad sign.
Oh god.
As long as it's not the arms too.
Not yet.
Okay. We'll
Not
get
yet.
there.
She's saving that for later. After a moment of processing, Amelia finally goes, so, we believe that we know where he is. We are, once we are finished resting and there's actually sun in the sky, we plan to go after him.
She's quiet for a long time. Crosses her arms.
Oh.
Gives you a stern look.
She is adamantly avoiding eye contact.
She this is level 3. Crossing legs is level 1. Crossed arms is level 2. Stern look is like DEFCON.
Oh god.
After what seems like an endless stretch of time, but was probably only about 20 seconds or so, she goes, "Fine. No matter what I've said or what I've done, it's never stopped you. I know that nothing I say here will stop you. Just promise me it ends when he's gone.
Shit. Amelia kind of flinches again and looks at her mother and goes, Yes. I promise.
Lying through her goddamn teeth.
You shut your face, you're not there.
She rolls an insight check. No, she
Fuck, mother insight checks are better.
She
actually
has advantage.
actually yes.
No.
Could you please roll me a deception check?
Oh, no.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull
Oh,
up her
God.
With a
character sheet.
-4 for mom.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Aha! There's no minuses in D&D. It's just disadvantage. No, but no
It's disadvantage because it's your mother.
No. You just have to beat her.
All right,
her-
so
You just have to beat her mother.
all right, Mom.
Amelia goes,
Let's
bam, runs out the door.
Jesus Christ.
A 22.
Did I roll that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you have advantage toggled on. You can toggle it off.
Oh God, sorry, that was my
That's
fault.
fine. That's fine.
No.
It happened.
No, let me
and-
turn that off before I forget.
Trust me, we'll forget a lot.
Wait.
If such a thing happens.
How do you toggle it? Because we've always just left it, I guess,
Yeah,
on.
I was gonna say I know a lot of people do that. No, if you go to your character sheet, go to the gear. There's an option
Roll
to make it
queries,
toggle.
advantage toggle. You want to set
Mhm.
that to advantage toggle instead of always advantage.
Yeah.
So
Go
that
to-
you can switch
to
between
gear?
advantage, normal, and disadvantage. Yep.
Yeah, so if you open up your character sheet,
Oh,
right
the
next
gear.
to spells.
The
Yeah.
gear, yeah. But in a mistake like this, we'll just take the first one that was rolled over.
Mm,
All right.
So,
yeah.
So yeah.
Take
so
that,
you rolled a
Mom.
22. She
You
looks at
trust
you.
me.
She looks at you again, and then her features soften immensely, and her hand cups your chin, and she says, "Go and go and pay that bastard and his son back for what they did to my baby girl."
Amelia nods and hugs her before she can see that she is now crying, like waterfalls.
Yeah, they're both crying.
Oh, God damn it.
This is a really common theme for y'all.
We're really emotional and sad. It's been a long,
It's
hard
genetic.
life. It's
Yeah.
genetic.
Oh well, oddly, Triana doesn't seem to cry that much.
She must get it from her father. How would we know?
So, with that, she'll leave you to it, and
Yeah, she's gonna just spend the rest of the night in her room.
Rocking slowly back and forth.
I'm just gonna sleep.
you all find sleep eventually. Miri may be noticing for the first time in a very long time the empty corner where Flack and Toby used to sleep. And as the sun rises and you all get up and I'm sure Miri probably woke up sooner to make breakfast, of course.
Mhm.
You all have breakfast. You get ready. You prepare your spells. And my thoughts are take a quick break and we'll pick back up when you guys get to the Gray. As you guys
Okay.
make your way down the city in the early morning hours to the graveyard. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Arlen wanted to find Amelia.
Too late, you're in the graveyard. No. No, yes, by all means.
And she was like, I've been working on something, and I think
Ooh, wait,
it
what?
was-
What?
At what point in the morning would this be? Like
Uh,
first thing, or would this be like that night, or?
Or like when you guys are getting ready to go after breakfast, or
I'm assuming after breakfast,
Okay, all right.
So, and then like, you mentioned once that you told me your sister was a social butterfly out of the two of you. And so I kept thinking about this, and so I made this clasp for you. So I hand it to her, and Squee, do you have that?
give me a second.
Okay.
She hands you something that looks a lot like something that you'll see in just a second. Why isn't this
Monday.
working? There we go. It's uploading now. Pardon me.
Okay.
She slowly reveals it. Her hands,
It's like in the bottom of my backpack.
unwrapping.
I'm like, I have to pull out a lot of stuff from my backpack.
There you go.
God, there's all this crap in here. Receipts,
Looks like this.
receipts, gum wrappers. Whose keys are these?
Oh, these are mine. No, these aren't mine.
These are
What?
not mine.
She hands you a beautifully crafted jade and silver butterfly brooch. Now, if I'm correct, is this like a brooch? Is this something that like pins like a cloak or something?
Yeah, it's like a cloak clasp.
Yeah.
Brooch. So,
And it's sharp enough that at one end, if you really need to, you can use it as brass knuckles.
Jesus.
Arlen's all about function, let's be honest.
Beauty and function. Remember, go for the eyes.
Jesus.
it does have like sharp wings, and
That's what I was referring
Yeah,
to.
that's what she was referring to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that would work. Yeah.
Yeah, Amelia takes it and she smiles very sadly, and she looks at you, and she looks like she's torn between like offering a hug and being like, no, that's too awkward, and like, and finally she just kind of like pats you on the shoulder and says, thank you. It's beautiful.
Because that was totally like the less awkward option.
You say that like she has a good gauge on this shit.
I know she doesn't. It's just funny.
But yeah, as awkward as the gesture is, she looks genuinely grateful, and she immediately pins it to her cloak.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just mechanistically. So, as a 5e artificer, I am able to infuse my spells into mundane objects. Right?
You hear that? She's calling your brooch mundane.
That means sucks.
Yeah.
So I had
What
already
spell are you imbuing it with today?
mage armor.
Okay. So, Amelia, the way that works is it's like a pearl of power or any of those type of things. It basically, she's imbued that spell into that brooch, which means that at any point in the next 8 hours, and that's important to note, in the next 8 hours, you can activate that brooch as if you were casting a spell. Mage armor takes concentration, correct?
No.
No, it doesn't. Oh, okay, well then never mind. So you can cast it on yourself at will from the brooch one time in the next 8 hours.
I'm sure it won't come in handy whatsoever.
I don't know why it would. You guys are just going to go through a nice stroll through the graveyard.
Exactly.
Words that no one has ever said ever. So, with that, anything else before you guys head down through the city?
Yeah. I'm also going to ask Otto for if she could look at his pendant, his locket. Sorry, and infuse that with false life.
But I would prefer to lead a true life. true to my core
I'm done
being.
with lies.
Like
Yeah.
Arlen's just staring at him. It's a spell, Otto. It's a
It's a
spell.
spell.
Oh, okay.
Shut
Actually,
up,
she
stop
wouldn't
being a
call it
smart
that.
ass.
No, so that's kind of the reason why I chose this. As I'm doing it, I'm holding it and thinking about it. Like, I'm not even sure if Arlen actually realized she's like casting magic or whatever,
Uh-huh.
but she's just talking and she's thinking about like the importance of family and how that can make you stronger or want to be around longer and everything. And so that's how like false life is infused into this item, which what happens when you activate it is you gain 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points for
Well, family is important, so I'll give you my locket.
1 hour.
Yes. So sometime in the next 8 hours, you can cast False Life. 1d4 plus 4 hit points for an hour.
Woo.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm done.
Okay. I did not want to rush. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to pick up at the graveyard
That was 1d4 plus 4 HP temp.
for an hour. Temp.
Yeah.
Temp. So you can't heal it back up. All right. I'll be right back, guys.
Woo.
I'm gonna go back and listen to that point where Squee was all like, "Oh, I can't even remember now," but he was talking as the orc, and he was like, for the next little while, or at least until a while happens, or whatever." It's like, that was the best, man. I love shit like that.
He was getting so sagely, and then it's like, wait a second. Wait a second.
Oh, that was classic. I love it. And I feel for him
Classic
because
Squee.
that shit happens to me too. Like, you kind of,
You get so into it, and then
yeah,
you're like, what the fuck?
a couple words come out, and you're just like, oh shit, now I'm committed. What do I do? It was good. Maybe by the end of this campaign, I'll throw together squeak quotes. Inferno had a good one. Inferno had a great one in our last Rifts campaign. Let me go to this. I even wrote it out here.
No
So
problem.
he was like, wait, you guys, you seem to be under the impression that XYZ might be the case, and I just want to clarify that XYZ may or may not be the case. Okay, continue. It was like, dude, you said nothing. Like, what?
What was the point of that?
It's like, just to let you know, you're completely justified in being confused right now. All right, go on. Yeah, that was a good one. I liked that a lot.
Oh my God. GM quotes.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of pressure. I get it. I'm sure I have some classics of my own that I won't bring up for the sake of my
You
my
guys
dignity,
don't need to hear that.
my dignity and all that. So shit happens.
Okay. Oh, so who's excited to go into a graveyard?
Not me.
Sounds like so much fun.
I totally am. My
Golly
God.
gee.
My God's gonna be super pleased. Gonna kick all
Yeah,
kinds of ass.
you went from like fuck you, Gorham, to oh my God, I am like #1 fangirl right now.
Hey, it turns out
Like-
being cursed will do that to a person. What do you know? Like, no, it turns out, yeah, if I don't do what you say, then my life turns to total shit. Hey, I think I'll do what you say now.
I believe there's a word for it somewhere along the lines of Stockholm syndrome.
You can do your science babble however you like. No,
I don't know if that's technically Stockholm syndrome.
no, it's not. I wasn't kidnapped.
Yeah,
It's like
and he's
it's like
not,
severe like negative reinforcement.
I mean, you're not doing it because, like, are you doing it because you love him now? You're like, oh my god, you're the best,
Well, no,
and everything you did was great.
if we want to get into the mind of Otto Malari,
Oh, God.
the truth is he'd been a blacksmith his whole life, and it's kind of felt like, oh, something's kind of missing, but it's cool. I'm a blacksmith, and I like supporting, Battle and Gorham and all this. And then suddenly it's like, wow, I'm actually kicking people's asses. I'm the one in the battle. This is way better. Why did I ever refuse this in the first place? It's
Yeah.
like, why make mountain bikes when you can be the mountain biker? For a
I thought
really
you were
weird
gonna say
analogy.
the mountain.
Be the mountain. Be the mountain. No, or like, why make parachutes when you can be the guy doing the skydiving?
¿Por qué no dos?
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Is why like the little girl in the taco commercial?
Oh, I probably didn't
Why
see
not
it.
both? Never mind.
So, I have a question. Do you guys want me to be more accurate or silent?
Verbally
Whose
or in
perspective
combat?
Are you asking?
Yeah,
combat.
that's like way too vague.
Pretty
Sorry,
open-ended
in
question.
Combat. In combat. In this combat, I have an option of being getting a +2, but being really loud, or
Accurate.
Oh!
Accurate.
Yeah, accuracy. You don't have an indoor voice anyways,
I-
so we'll just like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're talking about like your sciencey stuff, like, you don't like. I don't think Arlen could be quieter. I didn't think that was a function she could do.
Well, here's the thing. It turns out a
loudly
party
love
with
science.
2 clerics, a wizard, and an artificer isn't exactly a super stealth party. So being
No.
quiet isn't really like.
Alright.
Loud and proud.
God, that conversation with Arlen and Miri reminded me of that thing where it was like, I think it was in I forget what it was in.
Uh-huh.
Good story. You're off to a good start.
Totally, I'm right there with you.
There's so much shade in this party. Jesus.
Jesus. Man, if your words aren't awesome, we're gonna drag you through the dirt.
And then laugh. Oh yeah.
If
So
you're-
scene reminded you of
where he was like, "Oh, thanks, Dad," and everybody looks at him and he's like, "Did you just call your superior officer your dad?" And he was like, "What? No."
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I actually did that once, but I had 104 fever, so I think I get a pass.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. I can't tell you how many. I don't know why it's always been my literature teacher that I ended up calling mom every single time in high school. And it happened at least once a year.
Okay, high school something. In elementary school, I called a teacher mom once. Everybody laughed at me. What are you gonna do?
I've never
That's
done that
because
before.
children are awful.
Yeah, you're
No, I
freaking
was-
8 years old. What the hell do you know? So you screwed up and used the wrong word.
I was in the military, stationed in Korea, had I don't know what, high fever, sitting in the middle of the conference room, and I was talking to my first sergeant, kept calling him dad, and then my company commander, and I kept calling her mom. And they were like, "There's
jeez.
something really wrong with you right now." That was awesome. I did not live that down for 6 months.
Yeah, fevers will do stuff to you.
Oh.
We were bonding, Squee. Welcome back, though.
Thank you. Sorry, I had to proofread an assignment real quick before it was due. So I am back. And give me just one more second as I pull up something else here.
It was fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's what it was.
I want to see that show so bad.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you're more like a bother figure because you're always bothering me. Don't talk to
Alright.
your father like that.
So
Bother figure. I like that. That's hilarious.
I need to know What body armor and weapons you're all taking? No. That's a completely different game.
All of them.
Yeah. You know, it's
Like-
kind of funny. I was just thinking about this because I know we have a campaign in Rifts too, and in Rifts you tend to have several sets of body armor and several different types of weapons. Not so much in D&D. You usually have just the few.
Yeah, just
Mhm.
the better one.
Yeah, Otto's
I
not walking
mean-
around with 6 sets of body armor.
Yeah, to be fair, we also have like millions of credits in Rifts. So
Hmm.
there's
Yeah, and
also that.
all the features in KIFs would be akin. All the features in Rifts would be akin to having a bunch of different suits of armor, where like one is like +2 defense against evil creatures, one is +2 defense against outlander creatures. You know, crap like that.
Hmm.
Good story.
So, you guys approach the graveyard from the city. So, typically, there is
Hang
only.
on,
Mhm.
hang on.
Sure,
Just
sure,
for
sure.
our viewers' sake, perhaps on the map you should point out where the graveyard is.
Oh, I am just about to do that.
Oh, okay.
There is one entrance into the gray, a main entrance that you guys know of anyway, which is a gate that is right here. So you guys, it's all the way on the other side of the city and probably takes a good hour or two to traverse all the way from your orphanage at the top, down Jaeger Circle, down Dead Shawanti Way, which Arlen loves that street,
Mm.
University Way, down to Harbor View Boulevard South, passing very close to Citadel Volshnik, and make your way down last way to the gate, to the gray. Now, you all are pretty familiar with the gray, more or less. You know it's the graveyard where most people are buried. Obviously, richer and more influential citizens might go in different places, but for the most part, that is where people are laid to rest. And it is also a somewhat dangerous place because undead creatures are a very real thing in this world. And sometimes, because magic is pervasive in the world, sometimes things come back from death into the undeath without intent. There is no necromancer casting it upon them. There are just dark forces in this world that sometimes do infect the dead. So at
Which is why
all
they should
times,
just cremate.
but crazy
You heathen.
traditions and cultures being what they are, there is a constant guard of clerics, generally of the Church of Abadar, because that is mostly who pervades the city, who maintain the gray, and they tend to be pretty stout and forceful warriors because they they are no strangers to combat. Now, I don't want to give the impression that walking into the gray is like walking into a forest of death. It's not like that at all. People visit the gray all the time, but you would know it's not uncommon for once every 6 months there to be an undead that needs to be put down, and once every few years maybe a small horde or two. It's not something that is on any given day you can probably go into the gray and be fine, but it is an ever-present threat. So there is always a force of clerics there. And it's not as if you can just come and go. You have to go to the gate. You have to, be admitted in. They don't ask why you're there. They know, and Miri, you would know this. It's really, well, I guess all you would know. It's really quite rude to be like, "What are you here for? Oh, someone die? You're gonna go visit their grave? That's great."
Got any flowers?
Yeah. Did you bring any flowers? Why? You must not love them that much. No, so
Damn.
they don't like ask your reasons or anything, but they do note your names in a book so that they knew you came in. They denote kind of what time of day.
It's kind of like with rangers when you're camping to make sure that you actually like get in and out.
Correct. And they would caution you to be careful, as while it is an incredibly rare threat, that there are some dangers there from time to time. But that you guys, being armed to the teeth as you are, And I should note, Arlen most especially wearing some strange contraption over her shoulder that looks like a wooden stick with a metal tube fitted into it.
Yeah. With some stuff painted on the side.
Mhm.
You know.
He says that it shouldn't be a problem for you guys. Is there anything that you would ask of the guards at the gate?
Is there any way that we would be able to look at the visitors roster, whatever?
That's a really suspicious thing to ask.
And he would say, no, actually, that is for us.
Oh, sorry, I was just curious. Continue.
Been any
She walks away quickly.
Has there been any occurrences lately of the dead rising? Any dangers to note?
He looks you up and down. Ah, you're here for the bounty.
Yes, I
Amelia
am.
quickly
I am
turns
here.
around. Bounty? What
I am
bounty?
here for the bounty. Indeed.
Well then, we only just put it out, so I'm surprised that we got a response so quickly. Normally, the clerics of Abadar handle such things, but we have been strained greatly over the past few weeks with the city being in a bit of an uproar. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Lon. I am a cleric of Abadar. Pleasure to meet you. And he is older. He's in his 50s. He has like graying hair at the temples and a well-trimmed goatee, and he is wearing full plate mail with a white I don't know what they're called, but like a tunic that goes over the plate mail.
Like a tabard.
Like a tabard. Yeah, tabard. And it's bright white with the sign, the holy symbol of Abadar on it.
Greetings, Lon. I'm a gore man myself, but I'm definitely interested in this bounty. I didn't get much information on the way down here.
Huh. Man of Gorm, I'm not surprised. Yes, well, I will tell you what we can. There have been numerous reports of undead risings within an area called the Dead Warrens. It is a tomb, an ancient tomb that apparently eroded and either was dug or somehow eroded into some ancient Shoanti ruins. Whether or not the undead have been there for some time or if they're recent is difficult to tell, but there have been an increasing number of them in the Dead Warrens, and we have grown concerned. As I said, normally we would take care of this ourselves, but our efforts are strained healing those injured in the riots. So, it seemed a prudent measure to offer a small sum of gold for adventurers who could clear out the Dead Warrens. You definitely look up to the task. The bounty itself is 1,000 gold coins for clearing out all of the undead. Is that acceptable?
I'd do it for free, but I'll happily take your gold.
He starts to like mark something down and then stops.
Amelia like raised her hand to start to smack him, but then she like lowers it.
Like you guys as players may not know as much about it. The Church of Abadar, they're all about the money. He was totally just going to be like, okay, for free, got it. No, they are like the Church of Abadar is kind of a strange situation. They are very kind and giving and loving, and not giving. They're very kind and compassionate. And they will offer healing of diseases and curing of wounds to any who pay them money. They are very, very into money. The god of Abadar is the god of money. So
that's super kind and compassionate.
Yeah. Yeah. And he stops and he then nods and he says, well then, when you have finished, of course, you either come here or go to our headquarters. And he points all the way across the gray to the large building. Or you can let them know at the headquarters. They will then into the warrens and assess your work, and upon confirmation that it has been cleared out of all creatures and undead, any dangerous creatures of any kind to be safe, you will be rewarded.
Well, what kind of proof are you needing? Are you just going to scout out after the fact, or how does this work?
Yes, there will be a cleric or two that will walk through the ruins and ensure that it is cleared of dangerous undead or creatures.
Fair enough. You get all that, ladies?
Sure.
Well then. And he will point you to the direction of the dead warrens, which is right here. Right there. Not here.
Real quick,
Not there.
before we
Right
leave,
there.
yes, thank you, Squee. Right before we leave, Amelia will ask. So, if all of them are not cleared, how much would we get for a
Nothing.
portion of them?
I'm sorry, the bounty is for all of them. If you do not clear it out completely, there will be no bounty.
Of course, thank you. She
What
says,
if-
and she
what
turns
if-
and walks away.
What if one's hiding?
Then be good at finding.
Okay.
Amelia starts muttering to herself about penny pinchers.
Welcome to the Church of Abadar.
Dicks.
So you guys make your way into the graveyard. It is it is late summer. Late summer to where it's still, hot during the day, but at nighttime it actually gets comfortably cool. And this morning is, even in your armor, it's fairly comfortable. It seems to be like a cool breeze blowing in from the ocean. It's a gentle breeze, and it is punctuated by the silence. You don't see anyone here this early in the morning. And this is there aren't very many tall structures here. There's lots of little gravestones, so you can see the entire gray. And you can see that pretty much at the moment you are alone out here. You make your way down the well-trodden paths and notice that the graveyard is incredibly well kept. The clerics of Abadar maintain the lawns. They feed the grass, mow it, etc., etc. Maintain the respectable appearance of the gray. And as you get to the center, you see a fairly large sarcophagus. I'm sorry, not sarcophagus. That's not a sarcophagus at all. A fairly large tomb. The writing on it is kind of worn out. You're not sure whose tomb it was, but the door is open, and you can see in the back of the tomb there is basically like a large hole in the wall that leads down a tunnel.
I
Well,
think that that
Undead
might be where
Rising.
the undead are.
yeah, Undead Rising, hole in the tomb. I mean, I'm guessing this is where we find our Gadrian, right?
Hopefully.
And with that, the party descends the hole into the tunnel, where they might hopefully meet the one they've been chasing this entire time.
It is odd to note that while this happens, Miri has been really reticent up until this point. She's not wanted to go in. She didn't want to do this. Miri has taken the first position, so she is going in first.
Okay, if you look at the top left of the map, you will see your tokens. Please arrange them how you would like. And let me know if you don't have control over any of them.
Oh, I do have Amelia's. Okay.
This is gonna be a one-up thing. Otto, I want it to be in front of you.
What? But I have no ranged weapons, and I'm heavily armored. Why would you want to be in front of me?
Stay 15 feet behind Arlen at all times.
Back.
Otto
Wait,
spreads
that
his
makes
arms
sense.
and blocks the hallway. He's like, look, here's the thing. She's crazy, so she can go first, but you guys stay behind me.
Oh yeah.
I
forgot
love how the
about that.
person with the gun wants to go up front.
Yeah. Like,
Well, because I
Look,
don't want to
I see-
accidentally shoot somebody.
I see you have your big, weird, fancy mace thing. I don't know what that is. It looks like some kind of club. But just, you're wearing... What are you wearing? Leather tunic? Like, leather?
leather armor.
You're
Plus
wearing...
one leather.
You're wearing leather. Just,
Girl, you're wearing leather.
You see this? It's made of metal. Metal.
Clank, clank.
This is my
wanna,
shield.
like-
Bong, bong. See?
But last time, like, I had this and it went through the wall and then the other wall and then the roof and I'm sure it could go through metal, so
Miri, you're hearing this for the first time. You didn't know there were holes in the wall.
Miri very slowly turns around.
I fixed it.
What did you fix it with?
Wood?
It's okay. These walls look pretty tough, Otto says as he slams his mace into the nearest wall.
Just hang on, I was just thinking, cut to the attic real quick where you see just a plank of wood nailed.
It's just sort of gently leaned against the wall. It's not like there's no nails, no nothing. It's just covering the hole.
No, Arlen's good at what she does. She attaches it. But like it's not like she had wood plugs on her. Yeah, Otto, so as you guys begin to descend the hole, you realize that you have descended into a corridor that we don't have knowledge local check anymore. Everyone who can, roll me a history.
Yeah, knowledge
have a history.
knowledge local isn't a thing.
Knowledge local is not a thing indeed.
No, I'm not proficient in history, so I guess I'm not gonna roll.
Nope. Oh, hold on.
From now on, when it comes to knowledge local, quote unquote, things of the city that you wouldn't know, I have like I have a passive
Oh,
DC for each of you, so you'll either know something or you won't based on how obscure it is. I'll just let you know what you do or don't know when it comes to this.
that was
So-
me rolling for Amelia on her thing. So
Yeah. Got
I
it.
got
Well,
25.
I need to know like if I'm not proficient, can I still roll, or should I?
Oh
still roll?
no, in history, no.
Okay.
No.
That's fine.
Arlen, though,
that's not Arlen.
you don't have to roll.
Oh, okay.
Arlen, not Amelia.
Okay.
Miri,
You
Miri,
don't
did you roll?
have to roll.
That's
So
odd.
you're allowing the player to penalize themselves. That's
No.
benevolent, dude.
I'll explain in just a second. So basically, I'll just
Wow.
say because Amelia, you got it too. Amelia and Arlen, you notice that you are walking through, given the structure, the make of it, and the design. These are ancient Shawanti ruins. That's why Arlen doesn't have to roll for it because you recognize this. I mean, you don't recognize this like, oh, it's these ruins. No, but you can recognize the features of Shawanti architecture.
Maybe I heard stories and stuff too, or something.
It's
Well, you know that Shawanti ruins crisscross all underneath Corvosa. Corvosa was built. Actually, Arlen, you would know this.
Oh, that was
Corvosa
funny.
was built upon a Shawanti burial ground, which is one of the reasons why the Shawanti hate that Corvosa's there and why they had so many wars, because you built a city on top of our poltergeists and our ancient
Dicks.
ancestors. So
And this is the place you moved to. Well done, Mary.
Whatever.
I
Why,
didn't know that.
why they gotta be so superstitious anyway? Jeez.
and you guys, the air is musty,
Oh, shit.
damp, and it stinks with rotting
Like
flesh.
a boys' locker room.
Well, yes, stinks with rotting flesh, just like a boy's locker. No,
Boys' locker room.
the sense of rotting flesh is pervasive. It's like in the background. It is. You go into the tunnel. It doesn't get stronger, but it certainly doesn't get weaker. And
So,
mhm.
Arlen's just gonna unsling her thunder cannon and load it. I mean, not have it pointed at Otto's back, just off to the side, but still have it loaded.
Okay.
Is that this mace stick with a metal tube attached to the end of it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like a big tube. Looks like a
It looks like a shotgun.
yes, or like a rifle, but yes.
Oh, my bad.
And
It doesn't have a double barrel. Yeah.
Excuse me, it's a Winchester Ot 5, thank you.
as you guys continue down the tunnel for about 5 minutes or so, you eventually come to a fairly large room with what looks like it's supported by 4 wide pillars of stone.
Oh,
The
awesome.
ceiling
Two
above.
rooms filled with fucking nothing but bones.
Mm-hmm. So the ceiling is about 6.5 feet tall in the tunnel. So like Otto, you're getting kind of close to scraping the top there. But when you get into this room, the ceiling domes up above you nearly 20 feet high, and the walls are lined with skeletons caked in the mud, caked into the mud, and you see adult human bones mostly, but here and there are smaller bones that might be from halflings or maybe children. To either side, a 15-foot square pits sit to the east and west of you, and they are filled, as Miri said, with heaps of hundreds of bones. And you do see that to the south, below you, there has been a hole that has been crudely gouged out of the wall, providing access to another tunnel.
Okay.
Do you guys move on? Do you wish to search the other rooms? What are you doing?
No, I don't.
Oh, I should also point out that you notice as you get down in the tunnel, because none of you have lit a torch or anything, you haven't needed to. There is an ever-present in key intervals moss that glows a light blue. That it grows there. It grows along the walls and along the ceiling, so that there's this eerie blue light everywhere you go.
Well,
Mhm.
I should have said before, like right as soon as we were delving into the tunnel, the first thing Otto would have done is cast light on his mace. Just
Okay.
as like a reflex, like, hey, we're going underground, need a light on the mace.
So you guys don't see a blue eerie glow. You see Otto's mace drowning it out.
No. Okay.
So, and you do see stairs that actually descend into these, because these pits, really more or less what they are to either side of you, are about 5 feet below where you are now, and there's some stairs. I'm sorry, about 10 feet below where you are now, and there's some stairs that descend to the bottom of the pit.
And so these are pillars here?
Mm-hmm. Those are pillars.
Well,
Are they just made of like the normal stone as everything else, or?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, they're made from stone.
I think Otto would make a cursory glance in the side rooms just to make sure we're not bypassing any
something.
significant, evidence or clue.
Mhm.
Okay.
I wouldn't like
sort of-
necessarily search through the bones, but at least peek down there.
Miri will sort of move to sort of the center of the room here.
Okay.
And
So,
she
Otto,
will,
sorry, go ahead.
she will kind of she'll reach into her pockets and she'll withdraw a small matchbox and she'll light one and say something quietly under her breath and then extinguish it.
Okay. Arlen and Amelia, what are you two doing while they're doing this?
Amelia is going to go to the other room on the other opposite of Otto and give probably a slightly more thorough look through the room.
So you start kind of
where-
going down in there?
Miri tells you very sharply, touch nothing, take nothing.
All right. She says, trying to gently look around after being told not to touch.
All right, Arlen, what are you doing?
Arlen's trying to be on her best behavior and not upset Miri, so she's just gonna stand in the middle with Miri.
I don't want to make Mom mad.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say. Don't make Mom mad.
She'll turn the minivan around and we'll go home.
Oh no.
Otto and Amelia, roll me perception checks, please.
I'm not proficient in perception. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Really, you can roll anything besides knowledge if you're not proficient in it.
Okay, this is
Hey.
me rolling for Amelia. For some reason, it shows up under me.
Oh,
We're on your
boy.
page.
Yeah!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Okay. So,
it's really dark
Amelia,
in here.
Face plants into the bones.
No, Amelia. So, how are you going into the room and searching through the bones? Are you stopping at the stairs? What's going on?
She was going to actually look through the bones, kind of pick through them, but apparently Miri is not kosher with that. So, but just short of starting to pick through them, she kind of stays on the edge and glances through and probably leans forward to look into the room further.
Okay. So, as you're looking through the bones, Amelia doesn't notice that some of them are beginning to shake.
God damn it.
And Otto, as well, doing a cursory glance, doesn't realize that a pile of the bones is beginning to move. And maybe when Miri says, "Look but don't touch," Amelia turns around and looks at Miri. And Miri, you see rising up behind her 4 skeletons.
God damn it.
I would like
Miri
you all
will
to roll.
immediately.
4? You woke up 4 of them? Holy shit, dude! 4.
Well, how many did you get? Huh?
Looks like 0 to me.
Miri's eyes will immediately go wide, and she'll immediately go, "Amelia, come here."
All right.
Now.
Wait. As you say that, I want you all to roll initiative first.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
Quick action.
Quick action to yell at children.
What? My die roll says 19, and then it says 9.
Yeah.
no, mine says 19.
Yeah,
not
that's
yours.
his roll.
Oh.
Oh, would you? I don't like Squee. His stupid green dice are rigged.
Yeah, thinking back to the Battle of Van Casterkin, absolutely rigged.
Whatever.
Okay, so that was Miri's roll. This is me rolling for...
It's okay.
I
It's
gotta
okay,
click on
guys.
that.
Our wizard's in front. We'll be all right.
Fuck.
Our quote unquote
something, yeah.
tank is only on the other side of the room. Everything will be fine.
Second initiative is for Amelia.
Oh, God.
Good fucking job, asshole.
All right. And Arlen's got 13. So we got a 9, a 10, a 7, and a 13, and a 21.
We're champs, guys. We can do
Okay.
this.
Well, and I guess because everyone rolled so low, I might as well just add them. I rolled the initiative in secret because I was going to surprise you, but y'all sucked at your initiative. So they're both going first.
Oh.
And Otto, you kind of hear Miri saying something, and maybe you turn around too, but you notice a very large pile of bones just kind of bursts up as a large undead owlbear breaks
Your
through the bones,
favorite
and it
blue.
looks something
I
like
fucking hate owlbears.
this. Hang on. And it helps if I get to the
And
right
they're
layer.
ugly.
This one's even more so.
Ew.
That's sweet.
That's
Yep.
just gross.
It just burst out of the bones. And it rolled a 17 initiative. So good job, everyone. All right.
I don't appreciate your sarcasm.
I'm sorry. I'll attempt to curb it. Oh, I failed. All right. I rolled a 1. Failed to curb. So Amelia,
Yes.
the skeletons, as Miri says, come here, and you're like, what? You hear behind you as the chattering of teeth, and you turn around just in time as one comes up to you.
All right,
And,
first of all, that's not
mhm.
what chattering teeth sounds like.
Yeah.
Broken
Second of all-
scimitar, attack. 15 to your AC.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold
Tell
up.
me what broken teeth sound like.
Your AC is 14.
God damn it.
Oh no! All right, so it slashes at you with its broken scimitar, doing 6 points of damage.
Just it's a scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a scimitar. There's no skimming.
Sorry.
That's okay. It just
All right.
all the
I just
people
want
can
to
leave
remind you.
all the people can leave
Just
angry
wanna-
comments in the stream, and then you can cry. So just
I
let
just
you
want to
know.
remind you, Otto, you're next. No.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's down to 20.
All right. Luckily,
You take your
Amelia,
grammar
luckily for you.
revenge.
Actually, no. Unluckily for you, they can still reach you because they can attack adjacent to you, but only 2 can. So, oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm not done yet. These creatures have 2 attacks, one with a broken scimitar and one with his claw. That is a 14 versus your AC.
Which is 14.
Okay.
Attackers win ties.
And I'm thinking about this, honestly, the more I think about it. So that's 9 points of damage. And honestly, I think about this. These other 2 couldn't hit you because you're on stairs. So that's not fair. Not fair for me to say that they can diagonally reach upstairs and hit you. For the time being, it's just the one, but you just took another 9 points of damage.
So I am down to goddamn 11.
Yeah. And now it's the owlbear's turn. The owlbear, with surprising amount of speed, actually bursts through the bones and just takes a bite at Otto. It's going to be a bite attack, and then he's going to try and claw Otto. We don't know it's a he. It could be a she-bear, owlbear. But attempts to bite Otto.
A shovel bear?
A shallow bear. An 8. I don't think that hits.
No.
No.
Nobody has less than 8 armor.
Its beak skids off your shield, and you hear like a little sound as it cocks its head, and then swipes at you with its claws.
Also, I didn't see that roll.
Oh, crap. Hang on.
GM rolling or something?
I accidentally GM rolled. Well, guess what? I rolled an 8 and a natural 1. So
Yeah.
So the owlbear claws my shield and then just like falls over.
no, unfortunately, because we moved to 5th edition, we've gotten rid of the custom fumbles and crits. Now a 1 just means you fail no matter what. Doesn't mean anything horrible happens to you. It just means you fail. And a
Means
crit
you failed
means
and it was probably embarrassing.
yes, that I will grant you. And a critical hit means you double your dice on damage. So it attacks you, Otto, but kind of meekly. I mean, you're not impressed. Arlen, your turn.
So
You need a grappling hook for other members of our party. Jesus Christ.
how can I see these skeletons? I don't know like how the walls are.
Yes, you can. Basically, these walls right here are probably about waist high.
Okay.
So you can kind of see over them into at least. Excuse me. You can see the one near Amelia and the one behind it.
Okay. I'm gonna move up here
Mm-hmm.
just to put some range.
Sure.
And then if I can find my character sheet, I'm gonna use my thunder cannon.
Every time you say that, I think of Thundercats.
So everyone, just so you know, Arlen takes off this weird wooden metal device, puts it up to her shoulder, kind of looks down the length of it, and pulls a little tiny curved lever, and all of a sudden there's boom and a puff of smoke, a really loud boom and a puff of smoke, and the stairs near the skeleton chip as the bullet hits it, but not the skeleton. Sorry, 11's not enough to hit.
That's all right.
I don't have any armor.
Oh, crap. That should have been 13.
Oh, okay. Yep, still not enough to hit.
Okay. I hit the wrong button.
That's fine. All right. Anything with your bonus action movement? You already moved.
Reloading.
I mean, sure. Okay.
Reloading.
Reloading. Miri.
Miri will probably take her full turn to walk up to run up to Amelia and like try and physically drag her back.
Okay, you do know that'll incur attack of opportunity. Like your character would know this. As you drag her back, the skeleton would get to attack her again.
Well, how lucky do you feel?
I have 11 hit points.
Yeah, and I'm about to be a meat wall between you and the skeletons.
I have 11 hit points.
It's up to you. Do you let Miri drag you back?
Sure, why not?
Okay. As it drags you back, the skeleton takes a swipe at you with its scimitar and rolls a 6. That's not enough to hit you. So she successfully pulls Amelia back. You want to just kind of like switch Amelia's place like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's your action. That's your movement. All right. Otto, your turn, sir.
Test. I will not
Test?
fail.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
you said a test. I thought you said test. I was like, test what? Like you're going to hit it in the face and call it a test? Your prayer
test.
empowers you with divine radiance. Until the spell ends, your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit. Nice. All right. So you cast a spell upon your weapon.
Yes.
Any movement there, Otto?
Well,
buddy, old pal?
that's a bonus action.
Oh, that's a bonus action.
It's a
That's
bonus
true.
action.
Okay. So you cast its bonus
You're
action.
so funny.
Oh!
Holy crap.
Oh, woo, sorry, I accidentally clicked that. I'm sorry.
All right. First roll in combat for good guy, or no? Yeah, because Arlen
Hey.
doesn't count. And you get a crit. That is most certainly a hit, sir. So roll double your dice. You don't double your. It's for everyone in the audience. You don't double your modifier, but you do double your dice. So 2, 8 plus 3, which
So
equals.
That's the crit, but then I also get a 1d4 radiant.
Right. Correct.
So it's going to be 15, 17 damage on this thing.
All right.
Crack.
17 damage. Okay, give me a second while I math. Oh yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, you crack like some of its ribs off. All right. Mhm.
Activating the mage armor takes an action or a quick action, right?
Correct. Or a bonus. It takes one of the two, an action or a bonus action. I don't remember which.
All right. So yeah, I haven't been able to do that because I haven't
No.
had a turn yet.
Correct. But unless Otto wishes to move.
Hell no.
Okay. Then hey, guess what, Amelia? It's your turn.
I'd like to do that then. Yes.
Okay.
that thing.
Give me a second. 5th edition mage armor. Let me see if that's an action or a bonus action. Mage armor, 5th edition, 1 action. So that takes your action to cast mage armor. And in case you needed it, your AC becomes 13 plus its dex modifier, which means the dex modifier of Arlen, believe it or not. So Arlen, what is your dex modifier?
+3.
Okay, so it is 13 plus 3. Your AC is now 16.
Yay!
16 for the next 8 hours.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
I forgot to mention to have you do that earlier before we walked in.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right. You have a bonus action, a movement. Do you want to use either of those?
I would like to take a step back.
Okay. I'll just move you for you. And if you want, if it makes it easier, if you want, just let me know where you want to go and I'll move you. That way you guys
Sure.
aren't trying to run back and forth between the two. Well, the skeletons begin to shakily pursue as best they can. And Miri, this one takes a swipe with his scimitar, rolling a 6 and that clacks off your. Do you have an actual shield now? You're still using a soup pot lid.
Oh no, it's still soup pot lid.
Clacks off the soup pot lid, and then it kind of tries to claw you with its claw. 18.
That meets, so yeah.
And does 6 damage. And that is the skeleton's turns because they can't get up there. There's something in the way. And then the owlbear. The owlbear looks at Otto for a second, not acknowledging any of the damage it's taken, and then attempts to bite at him again.
Nope.
At an 11, nope, and hit him with his claws. That's a crit.
Ow!
That is a crit, and it does. Oh boy.
Holy snapping
Oh, boy.
arseholes.
Because it's 2d6
22?
plus 4, so it rolled 4d6 plus 4.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
wait.
Could you say that again one more time?
I said, holy
2d6.
snapping
Happen what
arseholes.
now?
Snapping arseholes.
It's like
That's
an
a
elastic
l-
band. You kind of
that's
scratch him out, snap him back.
a lot.
Hang on, I'm trying to see exactly what this is here. 13 is. Oh, I see. Okay,
It's
I see
the
what they
crit.
did. So
The 9's the
yeah.
extra dice.
the 9's the extra 2 dice. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just got hit for 22 points of damage with the claws.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
brutal.
It returned the favor.
It's some
Arlen.
owies.
Your turn.
I'm gonna try and hit the front skeleton again.
Okay. That's
24.
definitely a hit. That is definitely a hit.
Sweet. And
You
I'm
can
also
just click on the sighted thunder cannon to do damage.
I'm also going to okay, so I'm doing my thunder damage. Well, I'm also going to use my thunder monger
Mm-hmm.
ability,
Mm-hmm.
which is like an extra attack thing.
Well, it's extra damage.
Extra damage, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the word I was looking for.
And what we can do is after session is since Thundermonger is a permanent attachment, it'll always proc if you hit. So you can just go ahead and add that to the permanent damage of the weapon.
Well, I can only use it once per round. So if I had like,
Well, but you can only shoot once per round. At the
if I
moment.
had haste or something.
True. And if
So-
that happens, yeah, I understand completely. What do you Okay, there you go.
I was trying to add the extra damage.
Yeah. So total you did 9 plus 7, so you did 16 points of damage, which so Arlen misses the first shot, kind of steadies her aim a bit, tries again, and shatters its head.
Does the
Yay.
thunder gain the dex bonus too?
It's
I mean, to
a
be downer.
special attack.
It
Yeah,
said-
no,
It
it shouldn't get the
it
dex
says it
bonus.
deals
I think it
1d6.
adds, but I think it's supposed to add 2d6, not 1d6.
At the level I'm at, 4th level, it's 1d6.
Oh. All right, then. Never mind. It is head not exploded.
Okay.
It still has, spoiler alert, 3 hit points left. That's fine. We'll figure it out, Seb, later. We'll get it down.
I'll adjust it right now.
Don't you worry about nothing. All right, Miri, your turn.
What
You
I was
see a giant hole. Half its skull's missing now.
I was just
Miri,
making.
since
Go,
she is at the bottleneck right now,
Mhm.
Miri is going to cast Sanctuary on herself.
Okay.
So hold on. I don't think that anything that tries to attack her
Has to succeed a wisdom save.
has to, and I don't think skeletons are very wise.
All right. Otto.
So,
Oh no, well, you have a bonus action. You have a movement. I'm assuming you're not moving because you're
No.
at the choke point. Do you want to use your bonus action for anything? Can you use it for anything?
well,
I
no,
have
I'm fine.
lots of stuff to do bonus action with, but it's mostly spells that cost concentration, so that's probably a waste of time. I already have my divine favor.
Also,
question is-
remember, we are using the house rule where you can cast a spell, and then as a bonus action, you can cast another spell under level 2 that costs a bonus action to cast. So,
Yeah, I
just
don't think
keep that in mind.
I don't think that'll matter for me until at least level 5 or possibly higher.
Usually it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
Sanctuary is not a concentration spell.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not at all.
No, it's not.
Real quick, we are going to we are going hold on. Let me make sure that what silence or Sanctuary does.
It basically it's one bonus action. And it lasts for a minute, and anything trying to hit you to hurt you has to succeed on a wisdom throw, or wisdom save. It ends if you make an attack, cast a spell, or make an attack, or if they hit you.
Or if it cast a spell that affects an enemy creature. I just needed to know if it was just a spell with any effect. So I wanted to
no, yeah.
cast oh, excuse me. I wanted to throw some cure wounds at Amelia, but she needs to be in touch range, I think.
Yes, she does.
Well, get over here.
All right. Would you like to ready your action then? You can ready your action saying, I will cast Cure Wounds when she steps up to me.
But she can
Yeah, that's
also
fine.
step over there and then go back.
No,
Quick
she will get
action
an
to
attack
say,
of opportunity.
"Get over
Oh,
here."
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, like I said, what you can do is you can ready an action, which is you take your action and say, I'm going to ready it to cast Cure Light Wounds if and when Amelia gets close enough to touch.
It's just cure wounds, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Cure Wounds. My bad.
God.
Is that what you would like to do?
Yeah, I will do that my next turn.
No. You can do that this turn. You can use your
got
action. Yeah, because you haven't used your action yet. You can say, I'm readying my action for when that happens.
Yes.
Okay,
That's fine.
perfect. Otto.
well,
How you
I
feeling?
guess lousy. I got crit in the balls,
Yeah.
but we'll just
No more kids for Otto.
That's
keep
okay.
going with it. Oh,
Oh.
it's not good. It's not good.
That's not enough to hit. No.
Yeah. All right. That's what I got. That's
Okay.
all I'm doing.
All right, Amelia, your turn. Would you like to step up and
Did Amelia
receive?
or did Amelia? Did Miri tell her to?
Yeah, she'll
she did.
she'll kind of gesture at you and go, "Come here, child."
Very
Like calm as
hesitantly
can
takes
be
a
with
step
skeletons behind her.
back.
Whose idea
I'm
was it to check
here.
these side rooms, anyways? God.
Yours?
So Amelia, you would step up.
Yes.
Okay. you
Don't
do
blame
so.
your allies.
Miri, you can immediately cast. You can use your readied action to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, so it is a 1d8 plus spellcasting mod. So that's a d8 plus. It's nice.
Isn't it wisdom?
Yeah,
Or-
hold on, I'm trying to figure out what that is.
That's
My
wisdom
mod
plus
is 4, so
proficiency.
it's
No,
not plus
sorry.
proficiency.
No proficiency on this. You're right.
So
Excuse me.
it's
Liar.
Liar! It's only to hit.
Just smacks her.
Oh, sorry.
Plus 10. Oh boy.
Okay.
21 hit points again.
There you go.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put those in that little red square so we can kind of track.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There you go.
8,
So you should get a bar above your head.
9.
So you have 21 hit points.
Yes. You're
Good.
fine. Now go throw some stuff.
Good.
All right. Yeah. Amelia is going to. Oh, shit.
She's gonna shit and fuck.
Yep.
This does not seem
Okay.
appropriate, young lady.
These are
Not
these are
the
skeletons.
time.
They
Taking bone
will
for
give you
both
the bone.
What? Get out.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, everyone. I'm real quick. I'm putting your health bars above your head so that the healers can very quickly tell if you're hurt or not.
Actually, because we can't see each other's character sheets, I don't think we can see each other's health bars. My players have
I
this
can
problem too.
change that if you'd like.
I think it would be easy if you did share each other's character sheets.
Sure.
Personally,
Is there anyone who disagrees with that or does not want that shared?
Ah, dude, you can have it. I don't care. It'll be nice to see what spells everybody has prepared too, because that's kind of helpful for both Otto and I, since we have.
Yeah, we got some overlap going on there, I think.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, so okay. So while you guys are doing this, I'm going to make sure everyone is viewable by everyone else. Amelia, yeah. So Amelia, what are you doing?
I'm looking at something.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
I have your character sheet like right here.
So actually, I don't even know if that'll do it too, because Squee, there's a way where you can like link the tokens to the character sheets. I'm assuming
yeah, I got it.
when you made these tokens, did
I
you
got it.
drag them out
I
of our
did
character
not.
sheets? Yeah,
I did not. There we go. That should do it.
that should do it. Because I was trying to set up my health bar, and it doesn't seem my token doesn't seem attached to my character sheet. You probably have to make
well,
new
let's-
tokens, so maybe worry about this next time.
No, I got this.
Hey, Squee.
Yes.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
For Blade Ward, is that only on self, or can
Yep.
it be on someone?
Yeah, I think it says range self.
Oh, yes, it does. Never
Yep.
mind. I'm a fool. So then I'll just do acid splash. Why not?
Sure.
The old gold standard.
Yeah.
How much is it? Roll for you.
Hey, that's one thing about D&D 5. Your cantrips are like 3 times better.
I know.
They're
Oh my
way better.
God.
Indubitably. I know, Galen. I know.
Poor
no.
puppy.
Oh, sad puppy. Decide on
He's
your damage. Come on.
He's so sad about how OP cantrips are.
Yeah.
She doesn't like
The-
skeletons.
The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 acid damage.
Okay, give me
So-
1 second. A dexterity saving throw, eh?
Yee.
All right.
Question
And
is
it's
how
gonna be for the guy in the front.
agile are skeletons? Not very.
Not agile at all.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
Wow.
Fuck you.
Roll a 1. So it takes how much damage?
1d6.
So roll it for me, please.
Sorry, it's my slow ass that's rolling shit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, and that
Okay.
finishes it off. It crumples to the ground, burning with a.
Can Weary quick action step up to block where it was?
Sure. Well, no, not until your next turn.
Okay.
By the way, can you guys see each other's bars at all?
Not
I
yet.
can
Nope.
see. I can only see the
that's fine.
two that I have access to.
That's
Yeah.
fine. We'll deal with it later then. All right. Okay. Amelia, is that your turn? Anything else?
I activated.
Yeah, you did.
That was before, and then I moved and I threw a cantrip. Is there anything else I
Whoa.
can do?
Sure. You
Cool,
can actually
Otto.
cast a spell.
Oh, that's weird.
Hang on, let me move you for a second. Sure, you can cast a spell because technically you can cast a spell and a cantrip in the same turn.
Oh, I didn't know that. Would I be able to do 2 cantrips?
I'm not sure about that. I'm going to say yes for this combat, and then I will look it up later. So yes for
Alright.
now, but that's subject to change.
So then another acid splash at the skeleton in the middle.
Okay.
Roll, bitch.
I'm rolling. A 5.
Yay!
No.
All right.
Okay.
You can just
I don't know.
hit up.
Wait, did you just cast a cantrip as a bonus action?
Yeah, I said I'm gonna let it go for now because I'm not sure, and I'll check on it later. Because I think it made sense to me that if you can cast a spell as an action and a cantrip as a bonus action, I don't see why you couldn't just cast 2 cantrips.
Well, because you can only cast a spell as a bonus action if it's listed as a bonus action spell. Casting
Right,
two
but-
cantrips is like crazy overpowered.
Oh wait, does a cantrip cost an action?
Yes.
Oh.
These are going to be really strong next level. Like, there's no way you can cast 2 cantrips.
That's
at
right,
a
because they
turn.
level up. So never mind.
Yeah.
Amelia, we'll say it happened this once. because it was my fault as a GM, but Otto brings up a good point. I thought cantrips were bonus action for some reason. We are still learning all the rules. We're fine. So from now on, it's a very good point. The cantrip is still subject to its movement action or its action.
Yeah, spells will specifically list when they are a bonus action. So, not to be a downer on you, Amelia.
No, it's fine. We definitely don't want to win this fight. So no, I'm sorry. We definitely don't want to break the rules. We don't have to.
JPK.
Speaking of fights, a skeleton moves up where it's
Oh, I lost my
brother.
turn because I redid. I pulled my freaking token off of my character sheet, and now my turn is off the turn order.
Oh yeah. That's fine. I'll add you again.
I'm pretty sure I'm a 9.
Can you just roll initiative again real quick, and then I'll edit it. And while you're doing that, the skeleton's still gonna do its thing.
Oh,
As they're
roll.
trying to climb up there.
I'll just
Miri,
do this.
big surprise,
enough.
Miri. They're coming for you.
Okay. They
All
have
right,
to
so-
succeed on a wisdom save if they want
Yep.
to hit me.
Oh, I know. So, he attempts to attack you. What's the save? Whatever it is, it
hold
did
on.
not make it.
Where do I find that?
It's going to be your spell's DC.
Spell save DC is a 14.
Okay, yeah, he got a 4, so a little under what he needed. So the skeleton raises his scimitar and then just lowers it again. And the rest of them can't do anything.
I didn't get my turn, but I was going to dodge anyway
Oh.
because I was off the initiative. So I think you skipped me.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is totally
I'm
fine.
sorry,
it's my
dude.
fault for screwing around. No, it's okay. It's my
That's
fault for
fine.
screwing around.
We'll say you took a dodge action.
I was going to dodge anyways, so that's no
Yeah,
big
that's
deal.
fine. All right, so the owlbear is going to attempt to defeat that dodge, but it is at a disadvantage because you can take as your action, you can take the dodge action, which means that you concentrate solely on defense, giving them disadvantage in their attacks. So it attempts to bite you, and well, poop on a stick. That's a 20.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right. It does 7, 11. Jeez, Louise.
No. It
JPK.
only does the 11. The 7's if it's a crit,
Oh, I see.
right? It's 2d6 plus 4 normally, I'm assuming. And then
Yeah,
the other
it's
2d6
2d6
for
plus
crit.
4.
So it's only the 11. So I'm only mostly dead.
Okay. Okay, I see what it's doing now. Yes.
I think-
we all know, mostly dead is partly alive.
I think I'll go for a walk.
You think you still gotta wait for the claws coming at disadvantage. And I don't think that's gonna hit you. 13?
No, thank God I
Okay.
dodged, or I would be dead.
Okay. Yeah. You'd be down, definitely. Okay. That owlbear is you guys can see that owlbear is messing Otto up pretty badly. Arlen,
Damn good thing we have 2 fucking clerics in this
I'm
party.
curious because we haven't gotten to this situation very often with Otto. Is he like taking this stoically? Is he like loud about this? I mean,
I think he'd be surprised because he's suddenly under the impression that he's been blessed by Gorum, and now he's just getting completely destroyed, and it's like, what the hell? This isn't how it's supposed to be.
like instead of hurt and in pain, he's just angry.
It's like,
What the
So-
fuck, man?
So seeing
Temporary
Otto
barbarian.
seeing Otto get hit twice, Arlen's gonna swing and now shoot at the owlbear.
3 times, I think, actually, isn't it?
yeah, I think you've been hit 3
I
times.
didn't see the first one.
25 is
So-
definitely enough to hit,
Okay.
and 19 points of damage.
Yes.
All right, as it pierces through its shoulder, and you see bones splintering out the back.
And using my bonus action to reload. Do I have to keep telling you that, or
No,
we
I'll
just
just
assume-
assume you're doing it unless you
Tell
say
you
I'm using my
otherwise.
bonus action for something else. Yeah.
okay? All right.
All right. Miri. Let you guys know the owlbear has taken quite a bit of damage, but it is still up and kicking. Miri, your turn. You stare them down.
Yeah. So I think for my action, I would cast guidance
Right.
on Amelia.
Okay. You touch a willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. It can roll.
Does that count towards an attack roll or
Nope.
no?
No, it's just an ability check. So you don't have to cast it if you don't want to, but no, it's just for ability checks.
Hold on. I might have a better one.
She takes that spell back, puts it back in her purse.
Hold on. Well, I rolled it because it's easier to see.
I understand.
It doesn't actually roll anything. No, we're good. We'll just be on the defense.
Got it. Just staring
just in case.
staring the skeletons down like they've misbehaved. All right.
To be fair,
yes.
Yeah. To be fair, in her eyes, they definitely have.
Oh yeah. Well, certainly. Otto.
You should not be waking. Go to sleep, says Miri. Otto disengages.
Okay.
I am a freaking outski. Bye. See ya. That's my turn.
Yeah. Otto's out. All right. Amelia.
So is this map to scale?
Yes.
All right. So for a thing of hang on.
Do you want help? What are you doing?
I'm checking something. So like, oh well, shit. All right. So
If it's
She's
gonna hit
cast
me, don't do it.
Fireball. So usually when players start looking at areas like that, they're about to cast fireball, but I don't think you can do that yet.
No.
Well,
no.
you would. Well, would an AOE count against Sanctuary?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Because it's not
it
targeting
does.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not targeting you.
Yeah,
Surely
no,
your
I'm-
AoE's
Like,
not that big.
I'm sorry, but a tornado's still gonna hit you if you have sanctuary on.
But why?
But what if I stare at it really hard?
Miri, I might consider a save.
Tornadoes have like no wisdom at all.
Yeah. So, yeah, it would still hit Miri. you-
No, I was thinking more along the lines of shatter, because since Amelia can't scream at things, she might as well still make people's ears ring.
Sure.
Great, do that right in front of the character who's based off of an owl.
Excuse you. So I'm planning to center it right here so that only the Skelebros are getting fucked up.
Got it. All right.
So it's like you can just center it wherever you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
As long as it's within 60 feet, it is a 10-foot radius.
Yep, that would do it. So you do here, and it'd be 10 feet. Yep, it would definitely get them all. What's the save?
Save is Constitution, I believe.
well,
but
find
not-
that first and then say it.
right past it. I'm a fool.
Well, why are you a fool, Laura?
I don't know.
Hold the mouse pad. There you go.
Wow, she's like that in real life.
She's what? Yeah, I know.
Uh,
It's funny.
Yes, Constitution saving throw.
Does-
Each of the creatures has to do that.
Yeah.
And a creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Just busting out that level 2 spell.
Creature- Yeah, a creature made of inorganic material. Oh, so they're bones, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to start with the one closest to Murray and work our way down the stairs. So the one closest to Murray, what's the save?
Constitution.
No. I mean, what's your DC save?
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
I'm grabbing it. Hold on.
Fuck.
10 plus your stat.
It's 14.
Yeah. All right. Well, it makes it just barely. The one behind that one makes it, and the one down at the bottom makes it. They all
All of you. God damn.
they all three make it. Roll 3d8, and they still take half damage from it.
Yeah.
So, my green die are finally back. I don't know where they've been all this time.
So 7 points of damage each.
7 points to each. It still hurts them. So that's well done.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
All right. Okay. Anything else, Amelia?
Nope.
I'm so glad I had Sanctuary prepared. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I thought you
on
worshipped
to
a different
said
god.
skeleton. Skeleton tries to make a wisdom saving throw to hit Miri and fails. And that's the skeleton's turn. There we go. The owlbear slowly starts squeezing through the stairs. And it makes it to here as it's like kind of, you hear like a few bones pop as it squeezes through the stairs slowly and gets out at the end of its turn.
Did they build that room around it? How did it get in there?
Good question.
Yeah.
And then it's going to take its action to, well, I mean, it's called a dash. This thing can't really dash that much.
Just kind of stumbles.
Runs straight into the wall.
But it gets there. It gets to Arlen. It can't do anything. It used its second action to move, but it gets to Arlen. So Arlen, it is now towering above you. This owlbear is 8 feet tall, staring down at you.
Wow. That's not good.
Mm?
If I move, will it?
Yep.
It's not.
Unless you disengage.
Yep, unless you take your entire action to disengage.
All right, fine. And if I'm in melee distance, am I at a disadvantage?
Yes.
But you wish you had that feat, don't you?
Well, I changed it, and it's a better feat.
I mean, maybe not right now, but you'll see.
Yeah.
It's
All
actually,
right.
it's actually. I didn't actually say this out loud. I should have. That feat was already helping you because the skeletons would have had partial cover otherwise, and they don't.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I forgot to actually mention that.
All right. So, rolling with disadvantage, I'm still gonna try and
Shoot it.
Shoot
Sure.
him.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a natural
God
one.
damn it.
Yay, disadvantage. All right. The Arlen, understandably, there's an 8-foot tall undead owlbear staring down at you. This is a new experience.
that's gonna suck.
And you miss with the gun as maybe you shake a little bit more than you wanted to. Okay. You still have a movement action.
But if I move, I'm gonna get attack
Yep.
of opportunity.
To be clear, if you move out of its reach, which means that technically, like, you could move to here or here, you know what I mean, or here, but really that doesn't make a huge difference.
Yeah, in these circumstances, that's not going to make much of a difference.
I think I'll stay where I am
Okay.
and just be like, crap.
All right, Miri, your turn.
So now that you have some hit points back, how do you feel about being in the line of fire? Because I have this thing called protection from good and evil, in which you would be protected from undead.
I mean,
They would have disadvantage on all attack rolls against you.
I feel like that would be better on you, but okay.
Well, somebody has to go help Arlen. Who's it gonna be?
So
I can sit here and take the skeleton's wisdom throws. Okay. So
I
go
mean-
take care of that first.
Arlen could take a hit or two.
Mom.
I'm also pretty sure I can handle a skeleton's wisdom saves. So why don't we take care of the big problem first?
Okay, sure.
So you go take care of that.
Do you gotta do like a roll or something, or are you just like boom, go, child?
No, I'm directing the
She
battle.
passes you
Thanks.
dismissively on the head, and suddenly you feel protected.
This is comforting, but also weirdly
It
like
would
insulting,
so
yeah.
range is touch. It's up to 10 minutes, and that it just means that she also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by her target. So for up to 10 minutes, you're protected from undead. There you go.
All right.
Enjoy.
right.
Woo.
Otto, your turn, buddy.
Oh boy.
Arlen's finally in the front lines like she wanted her in the beginning.
Well done.
Yay. Maybe.
Okay. How hurt is this owlbear looking?
Pretty hurt.
Well, I mean, it's already died once.
I mean, it's not like on its last gasps, but it is pretty hurt. You guys have heard it pretty badly.
Oh boy.
Otto, something suddenly occurs to you. Not sure why. Maybe it's just the strange little things that pop into your head at this moment, but you remember back several days ago, first time Zellara gave you guys a reading with the horror cards. And she put a card of strength on the table in front of you
With
and
a
told
bear
you
on it.
that there would be a moment where you were faced with a dire situation, and the only way through it is sheer strength. And you don't know why, but all of a sudden that just pops into your head. That
J-
moment.
GM baiting player to death. Wow. Well, okay. Okay. I remember that card. I'm gonna go whack this thing in the face because I lack the intelligence to do anything
Otto,
greater.
make this attack with advantage. Holy crap.
Yeah!
Okay, so I still have my thingy, which gives me, I think, D4.
Correct. So you get to roll 2d4 and 2d8.
Oh, do I get a crit on the divine thing? I didn't roll it
any
last
dice. You double any dice that you roll for the attack.
time. Okay, well, let me roll another D4 then. So it'd be 5 plus 9 plus 3.
All
Oh,
right.
that
So
is-
you're looking at 14, 17.
Yeah.
It had 16 hit points left.
Woo!
Otto suddenly gets a spark in his eye, rushes forward, screams, and just swipes its head off with his Morning Star.
What is it with you and all of these crit kills, man? What the fuck?
Hey, tarot
Thanks for the
cards,
rest of us.
I guess.
What card did I get? Wasn't it like the idiot or something?
Well, I'll let you guys know. Just pull the curtain back just a tad. If one of you had gotten a card that matched your alignment in a very particular place, like Otto did, it meant that card would play some important part at some point in the adventure. And this was a moment that it was talking about. So Otto, if he chose to follow the card's advice, got advantage on his next attack. And, well, the crit's not my doing.
Technically speaking, advantage or not, it still would have been a crit.
Yep, that's true. That is very true. Gods don't care about advantage. They don't need it.
Yeah, I was tricked into attacking, but it worked.
Amelia.
I want that back.
Amelia, it's your turn.
Jesus. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about that.
I don't know. You've still got that on you for 10 minutes.
Also, I'm gonna say, Otto, get inspiration. You
For
did
doing-
a brave
For doing
you
your
did
bidding?
No, for doing a brave and possibly foolish action.
I did sanctuary.
Certainly
and
foolish.
protection from good and evil.
Mm-hmm. I will do. Yeah, I'll just do acid splash on the thing in the
Have you
middle.
just given up with like any other spells?
Man.
Just do
I
the
think,
AoE,
I
it
think she's
wasn't that
trying to
bad.
be conservative.
I don't know what the fuck is out there. Like, we are in the first goddamn chamber, and there's already 4 skeletons and an owlbear.
I'm sure it'll just be
yeah,
2
it's a
rooms and you're
graveyard.
done. All right, Amelia, Acid Splash. Acid Splash.
Yes.
Ashy Splash. He succeeds. 14. Did he take half damage?
This game is stupid. No way, I crit the owlbear. This game is sweet. Oh, I'm
It's
so
the best
torn.
game ever. Does he take half damage or none? Pretty sure it's half.
Do you have all those pages saved on your
Hang on.
phone?
I got it. Acid Splash.
Well, you might not
Target
have
must
that pulled
succeed
up.
on a dexterity throw or take 1d6. No, yeah, so it's just gets nothing. You miss it. Just like your level 1 days. All right. Bonus action, quick action. Bonus action, movement, anything of those natures.
Bonus action to
Nah, just
curse the gods.
Don't do that.
Fuck off! Mary, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Skeletons. Skeletons.
Gonna try and make a save.
Attack Miri.
No.
He's not. I'm excited for him, but he's a skeleton. He's not excited. He's just undead. So he tries to hit you with the scimitar and misses. And then he tries to swipe at you with his claw and hits that one at least. 23 versus AC does 8 points of damage.
Well, I'm still kicking.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that can. That's their turn. Owlbear's dead. Arlen.
Yes.
21 minus 8.
13.
13. Gotcha.
So I'm gonna shoot at this. Why are you not working? This one, the first
Yeah.
one, right in front of Mary.
Absolutely. And like I mentioned before, because she has sharpshooter, she gets to ignore the partial cover that it has. 24 to hit.
Yes.
That is definitely a hit.
Sweet.
Super sweet.
And 13 points of damage.
It had exactly 13 hit points left.
Woohoo!
You blow this one's head off for reals this time.
For real,
Miri.
I promise.
It's your turn.
Man, I'm just sitting here. I can't
You gonna-
attack him.
Are you going to move up or are you going to...
Oh yeah, that I will do.
I'll
I
move
will.
this then.
I will. Oops, I can't move my token for some
The-
reason.
The ebb and flow of this fight up these stairs has been epic.
There you go.
They push you back, then you push them back.
No.
All right. Is that all you're going to do? Just stare it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Otto.
Yeah.
A second owlbear. No.
Otto's no. Otto's not feeling too good. But he will do his best.
It's
Yes.
okay. We can have a prayer circle when we're done.
Uh-oh. Syntax error.
What?
You said that
Huh?
incorrectly.
Otto 404 cannot be found.
Why is it
Kind
doing
of
that?
like-
It's Sacred Flame.
Uh-huh.
Oh, do you want me to roll that for you? I have that.
Gorm doesn't like you that much yet.
Doesn't even let me cast my spells. I don't
He's
understand.
sending you a syntax error. You just hear in your head, error 404, try again.
I can briefly lend you Serenray if you really need it that bad.
What's it do? Otto?
They gotta take a dexterity saving throw.
Got it.
DC.
Both of them?
No, just one of them. The one in the front.
Got it.
It'll be DC 14.
Apparently, they're pretty good at those.
Oh, here we
15. So no damage.
Yes, no damage. And I'm just to make sure I've fixed this. There we go. That's what it's
Hey,
supposed
look
to
at
say.
that.
So
Nice.
no damage.
Okay. Amelia,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna try and go for the dancing skeletons?
Take 2.
Dodge, fuckers.
If they survive this, I'm giving them the feat Dervish. It's not even a feat in the game. I'll make it if these skeletons make it because they've been dodging everything. All right. 14 DC, I believe. Does not make it.
Yeah, fuck
13.
you.
Woo! So what is it, D4?
D6.
Okay.
1d6. All right.
Yeah.
6 damage. Okay. What
You
the?
don't always hit him, but when you do, it's right in the kisser.
How does this thing have
It either
9
does
mana
nothing
points?
or
That's not even a
everything.
thing in the game. I just click on the skeleton. It's got a 9 in the blue circle. I'm like, what? All right.
Well,
You hit it really hard. It's still up though. Skeleton attempts to attack Miri. No.
Fails.
Fails. Arlen.
Yep. So shooting the first skeleton again.
Get that skelly man.
That
13.
is not a hit, unfortunately.
All right.
All right. Miri. Staring down.
I'm just sitting here, man.
Got it. I understand. It's a valid strategy, obviously.
This is yeah, the whole sanctuary bottleneck is awesome.
Otto.
Otto will try to cast some more spells.
All right. DC 14 deck save. No. So it takes
Yay.
8 damage. You guys are rolling so many maxes tonight. I mean, not that I'm not doing well too, so. And then there was one. Amelia.
Hello. Oh, there you are.
Yes,
Hello.
I'm here.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. Switch it up. Firebolt.
Ooh, you better not hit me
Oh,
this
snap.
time.
Dex again.
I believe so.
Hang on.
Fucking.
Give me a second. I got it here. It is range. But no, you make a ranged spell attack on the target. On a hit, it
Oh.
takes 1d10 fire damage. So do your ranged spell attack,
Okay, hold on. I'm pulling it up.
which I believe is it's a d20 plus your proficiency plus your I believe your dex. Or
So
your
just
charisma,
do
I'm not sure.
a dex.
I believe so. Yes. 13, not enough
Plus
to hit.
proficiency. Well, she doesn't have proficiency in text.
No.
No. But it's a spell attack, so yes, it is plus your proficiency.
Plus,
Hang
okay,
on.
plus.
5e ranged spell attack.
Yeah,
I
it'll
will
be
have
your
this stuff
modifier
memorized
plus-
soon.
It's your modifier
First-
plus your proficiency. Attack rolls are always modifier plus proficiency.
Oh, but it's 8 plus your spell casting ability modifier plus proficiency. So it's not dex, it's intelligence, which is your spell.
Yeah, no, it's nothing to do with dex. Dex
Yeah,
is
so
for
it's,
like
it's
physical
intelligence
attacks.
plus proficiency. Your proficiency is 2. Your intelligence is what, Amelia?
It would still be a 4 modifier.
Okay, so it's 14, right? 8 plus 2 plus 4, that's 14.
Yes.
Yep.
Do damage. Do 110 damage. It has an AC of
Yay!
14. It literally has an AC of 14.
Oh.
Yay!
Yay, 3 points of damage. Woo! Okay. All right. Now, that is the skeleton's turn. I have a feeling somehow it's going to be its last turn. Steps up and attempts to attack Mwiri. And fails. That's his turn. Arlen! Back to you, Pikachu.
Woohoo! I think I'll change things up this time and
What?
do the same thing, but hit this time.
But this time, success.
Yeah. So I rolled a 23. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
10 points of damage.
as with one final loud bang that echoes off the walls and a small plume of smoke comes out the end of the fire stick as the bullet careens through the neck of the skeleton, toppling the head from the body.
I just kind of imagine it like juggles the head for a second before it crumples down.
Yeah.
Like you drop your keys, you're trying to like do the shuffle to keep them in your hands.
And just like that, the room falls quiet.
Because we're all now deaf from having a loud cannon resonate in a small room.
What?
It's pretty loud. It's not loud enough to really blow out your eardrums. I'm going to say it's a little quieter than, say, a modern day gun, but it's still pretty loud.
It's got a musket crack that's not
Yeah.
super loud.
Yeah.
But it's certainly not a stealthy weapon. All right. I think it's a really good place to end the session. Next session, you guys can get together, lick your wounds, determine if you want to continue on or throw in the towel.
Well, you know, yeah, let's throw in the towel, right?
This
Room
is
number
too
1.
hard. Let's run away.
I don't like it.
Let's go do something else.
So all those fights in Pathfinder where I just couldn't roll for crap, and the second we move to 5th edition, my monsters just start like being brutal.
Critting Otto in the face.
Yeah.
You're not dead. You're fine.
But hey,
Walk
guys, we got through our first session using the 5th edition rules. Honestly, I think a 5th and D. Honestly, I think the combat flows much nicer this way.
It's way easier.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it
so
also
many
flows much
stories.
nicer when I make character sheets for the NPCs, so I should start doing that for the NPC monsters. So I should start doing that on a more regular basis. So, but yeah, so fun time, and we'll see you guys Friday after next, which is well, we actually got to figure this out though, guys. So next Friday is the 15th, and then the 29th. No, sorry, then the 29th. Are we all going to be here for those two?
29th. Next Friday's the 8th. And
No,
then
no,
the
no,
15th.
no. I said
The ones that we're actually playing.
It's our next play sessions are scheduled for the 15th and the 29th.
Oh, I'm fine with those two.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Sib?
Yeah, I don't have any plans yet.
All right.
So.
Well, then perfect. We'll see you guys. At the very least, we'll see you guys on the 15th.
Woohoo!
Okay. I will be ending the stream now. Say bye.
Night.
Goodbye.